The next project I want to show you is one of my favourite projects to do, and that's staining wood using the spirit stains. Spirit stains are very fast drying and have got good UV resistance. And there's very few rules with staining. In fact, there's only two. One of which is the stain must go on to bare wood. You do not seal the wood first. It's important that you remember that bit. After that, just enjoy yourself. If you decide to have a go, the stains come in a set, and in the set there's a white. The white is a blender for other colours to make pastel shades. You can mix the colours together, they all blend well. And when you take the top off, inside there's another little pre-pierced cap. Leave that in, it helps you dispense the stains. And this is one of the occasions where you really see the application cloth come into its own. I'll use so little stain to achieve my effect, whereas if I was using the dreaded kitchen towel, the stain would be absorbed into the kitchen towel and you'd use a lot of stain and it wouldn't go on nicely. So I've sanded this back and used the pads to get a nice finish, and I'm just tacking off. Now, there's no rules, as I say, apart from the stain must go onto bare wood, and the other rule we'll get to when we get there. The slower the lathe is turning, the heavier the stain will take. So just a little bit of stain onto my cloth. What you'll notice is I'm not leaving a hard, definite edge, I'm leaving a feathered edge. Of course, if you wish, wear disposable gloves for this, but I tend to use my bare hands, and hot soapy water does the trick for me. These are dry, and this is in real time. They dry that quickly. I haven't put any green on this wood, that's blue. It's how the wood and the stains react to the effect you get. You don't have to use a full range of stains. I'm doing this for demonstration purposes to give you an idea of how they all blend together. And I'm going to put some yellow through this now. The yellow is a very strong colour, but it will give you an idea of how these stains blend. So although they're perfectly dry, you'll see what happens when I put yellow on. All those stains lifted and moved again. I haven't stopped the lathe since I started it, so we have no idea how the wood and the stains have combined to what effect we've got. So I'll stop the lathe. Now you can see how the stain has picked up different areas. We've got a nice effect. Now, as I said to you, there's only two rules on the colouring. One, the stain must go on to bare wood. The other is that this now must be sealed. That's the only other rule. But before I show you that, let me show you, if you're unhappy with an area, you can still blend in. You're under no time pressure whatsoever. So you can take a colour that you want and move that colour about. And you can do this for as long as you like. I could leave this for a week and come back and put more stain on. And you can just keep altering it. But once you're happy with it, you must seal it. Cellulose sanding sealer or acrylic sanding sealer. Don't use shellac sealer for this type of work. From a tin or from an aerosol. But if you're using it from a tin, because the sealer is a thinner for the colour, you'll shift some of this colour off. That can look quite effective if you want opaque washed effects. But if you want the colours to remain vibrant, then seal them via an aerosol. Cellulose aerosol or acrylic aerosol. That's up to you. My personal preference is the acrylic aerosol. Cover your lathe bed, and now you'll see the vibrancy of the colours come up. And there, you can see how those colours have come up. Once that sealer is dry, because you've formed that barrier between the stains and the wood, that sealer now you can put whatever you want on as a top coat. Friction polish, wax, acrylic gloss, acrylic satin. If I'd have used cellulose sealer, melamine. But it's up to you, whatever you want to put on. Because that sealer is the barrier. All you've got, to all intents and purposes, is a piece of wood with sealer on. The fact that it's stained is irrelevant. Thank you.